Okay, this is on the Neurospicy job, 55772. So what we're doing is, this is like a nail salon, eyelash salon thing. We're going to add an HRV down here and redo a bunch of duct. So the existing furnace, we're going to remove this. We're going to put a 45-degree offset right here, and offset to the ground, and we're going to put a 90 with our filter box right here, 16 by 25 filter box, and we're going to put a 7.5 by 31 duct right here. So it'll go from here all the way to here, 50 inches long. And just put it where this will meet right up to it on front and back. So, and so I made this starting collar 2.5 inches. That's how much room you got from this 7.5 inch duct to here. So, and I'll do OCP and 1 inch out, so you can just slide it in there, hopefully. Okay, so that's that, end cap. Up the supply, I have a cut line right there. So you're going to remove this stuff, and you're going to have to, there's some runs, 8-inch and a 7-inch run up the back. You're going to disconnect and reconnect with takeoffs. And you can see this line set here. So we're going to come off with our duct with a 2-foot straight piece. So when you get rid of this, I think you can push this line set up over our duct. Yeah. So we're going to have a 2-foot straight piece, and then a canvas, and then a 16-inch transition to meet up with the existing duct. So off the back of here, you tap in that 8-inch side takeoff that's tapped off the back. I would try to make it high and straight so you can get more pipes back here when you redo it. And I give you a 7-inch side takeoff and a 7-inch top takeoff, because the 7-inch, what it does, it comes out the back 90s, and comes here. So you might be able to get a top takeoff and offset like that, and that might make it, give you more room back there, and it might make it better. Otherwise, I'll give you a side takeoff to come up the back as well. Okay. So that's it on that one. This is garbage because when it was all done, I was told the HRV, so they're going to put a washer dryer right here. This is where we were going to put the HRV, but not anymore. So now the HRV will hang over here. Anywhere in this area, they're going to have wall this off. So they're going to have washer dryer and a bathroom, I think, right here. But then this is all going to be walled off with a door into the furnace room. So she will have plans today. But anyway, so the HRV should come with chains to hang it. but hang it wherever you can. I told her probably right here or right here. But anyway, so so our exhaust air from the building, they're going to have 4 stations up above us, and I don't know the exact plans yet 'cause she doesn't have them, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gave you 8-inch pipe with a 866Y 6-inch. Let me just show you. 866Y, then 6-inch there to a 655Y. And then 5-inch will come up through into their little desk. And when it comes up through, I'll give you a 8x8 by 5-inch ceiling box. And we're not sure how they're going to terminate yet. So just get them up and through the desks for now. But then it's going to go 6-inch, 9655Y, and same thing. So I was thinking, you know, maybe one Y can come on this side of this duct and come up, just depending on where the stations are, and could go over. And one can come on this side of the duct. This board is just, well, I thought it was just sitting there. I don't think it's really doing anything, this board. So anyway, you can probably rip that board down if it's in your way. But you can come over this way or come over here and come on this side. That'd probably be easier. Come on this side of the beam. You can just burr out a little bit, but you know, I don't know the exact plan of this place. So you're gonna have to talk with her, or when you get the plan, to find out exactly what she's doing. But somewhere they've got to make, you know, make it so we can get a pipe there. Okay. Then it says in the notes what Lance has, but we'll tie in our fresh air from outside, you know, go in, and then from there it'll tie into the return air. The out come off, all the ducts on the HRV come off 6-inch, but Lance wants to increase them to 8-inch right away. Anyway, I'll show you outside, but we have the 2 ducts that are going to have to come here. One's going to be flex, 8-inch flex, and that'll go to the very end, hop up and out with the Lance has 8-inch things, 8-inch covers. And the other one needs to be 6 feet away, the fresh air. Sorry, that was fresh air. Either one, it doesn't matter, but one's fresh air, one's exhaust. 6 feet away, but so this window, it's all underground. So I'll show you that outside. So you have to be particular where you put these. All right, so back to the HRV. So, the drain for the HRV, I'm going to give you stuff to redo this whole drain, because you see this, and it's open here, and it's broken over there, and so just get rid of this whole drain system and redo it. So I plan just to reuse this, but put a T here and a T here, and just tie in our HRV drain into and the end of this one. Bring it over, and you can see this. Bring it over just the best way you can. And Len said, I don't know why there's two drains, but he said secure it to the ground with clamps and get it all the way it should. This washer dryer thing is going to turn around because it's now going to be on the other side. So our power for the HRV is right here. So you'll just hardwire right into it. Okay, so this run right here, this 6-inch run, you're gonna disconnect it and reroute it so it comes straight over here, and it's gonna come up over to a 4x10x6. I don't know if I gave you an end boot or a straight boot, I don't remember. But, so that's gonna move over to here. And then this actually goes on the floor, I'll show you, but it's now going to be a return air in the wall, which is gonna be a, you're gonna have a 7-inch, so tied into the, so I gave you 7-inch here to tie this in, and 7-inch insulated flex up to a 4x14x7 end boot. Okay. And then you're going to add another return air. Just tie into the return air wherever you can and run 7-inch flux. I'll have to show you upstairs. So this is the room I was just talking about. So this supply, you're going to move over to this corner, about a 4x10. And then this, you're going to put, they're going to patch this, you're going to put a baseboard, 8x14 baseboard grill right there in its place. This here, I'm going to order a, I wrote it down, I think it's a 10x24 heavy duty floor register. And then in this room here, they have the supply here, but you're going to add a, same thing, a 4x14 boot, and a 14x8 baseboard grill. So you will need a couple 2x4s for headers. If they don't have any, I'll get you some duckboard. Okay, so in this front room, this is where they're going to have the 4 nail salons or 4 desks. So I don't know exactly where. So I just gave you a bunch of pipe and Ys, but the drawings kind of how I figured it. Okay, so let's go out in the back. So there is a parking lot in the back of this building, FYI, that you can park it. But you can see, so here is where we're going to bring one 8-inch, but you can see that it slopes up, so we want to be above the ground as much as we can. So the other one's going to have to be like right here, 6 feet away. It's just going to be a little bit above the ground, but that's all we can get. We can't do anything else because it's all underground. And I'll pause it and see if I forgot anything. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks.